Well, hello there. It's been a minute since I made one of these. I've actually, tried to record this as per usual quite a bit. But 2025 has been hectic to say the least. There's no music in the background here. There's no cuts or anything like that. This is just me talking to y'all about what has happened in 2025 thus far. Why my hair looks like a mess because I think it's just an ample example, as it were, of how this year has gone. And yeah, let's talk. I got a lot to talk about. Some good, most bad, but that's just how it's gonna go. So first, let's talk about my health. So, if you've been to the streams recently, one, you'll notice that it's a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll get to that about why. But you also know that I have not been in the best of health. In late January, I actually had to go to the emergency room for esophagus issues. It wasn't fun. We definitely delayed going as long as I could for a multitude of different reasons. Depending on who you ask, it's a different reason. If you ask me, I'm not going to tell you the right reason. But after I went to the ER and talked with the doctor there and lived, I decided I'm going to maybe try taking better care of my health. I've never really been good at it. I don't usually exercise or like take medicine too often, except for allergies, but I think I want to at least make an attempt to be better. So I was originally going to make this update video after the ER visit, but I ended up seeing a few doctors, so I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit of just what the game plan is after I've talked with both of them. And I also wanted to reaffirm that I am taking better care of myself now that I have seen two different doctors. First off, with the ER visit, I actually have a surgery that'll be going in to during, it's like sometime in April. I have it on my calendar. That should at least fix everything that happened regarding the ER and will actually help improve my life going forward. The only downside is I'm going to be taking medication for the rest of my life. So, that's fair. As far as the other doctor visit that I had recently with the primary care, we're still in the process of figuring out what exactly is wrong with me because everything that I've attributed towards allergies may not just be allergies. It may actually be this reoccurring cycle where I'm just very, very sick all the time. And while we like to say it's allergies because that's the easiest thing I can pin it on, it might not be. I was going to kind of delay this even further until I got some results back and whatnot, but frankly, those results are just for me, and the extent of what you'll know is it can get better, it won't ever get better. Like that's pretty much the two options. But I'll talk about that at least on a stream or something. Like that's not something, and even still, I probably won't. I would just say I did it and then just leave it at that because that's going more so into medical territory that I don't really want to cover. There is also the issue of my weight. I have actually stayed away from scales for a very long time. And when you go to an ER or you go to a primary care or any doctor's office, you need to take your weight and stand on a scale. And I'm a little bit bigger than what I thought. Fat jokes can commence again, as usual. But I'm going to be honest, I don't have too much of a drive to do anything regarding my weight right now. Not because I don't want to deal with it. I do want to get skinnier and actually fit into some clothes that I still have. But it's mostly the fact that I don't really know where to start and I don't have the confidence to move forward with it, which you'll hear that a lot throughout this video. Lack of confidence. There's also the fact that gyms scare me a lot and interacting with people is very scary to me. So, we'll see. I have some ideas on maybe what I can start doing to try to slim down, but we'll have to see. But that's at least everything regarding health. Just know that I am at least good for now, and hopefully I will stay good moving forward. Now let's talk about the streams, because this all the streaming stuff for 2025 has happened as a direct result, and I do mean a direct result of that ER visit. Because you may have noticed, if you've watched it on YouTube or on Twitch, that Final Fantasy XIV has been the sole focus of everything lately. Now, there's a few reasons for that. One, when you're playing an MMO, at least in my opinion, you don't really have to think too often. You don't have to like really think a lot about what's going on. You can just grind, or if there is a story, then you're just like there for the story. And a lot of it's kind of like mindless grinding. And with an MMO, usually there's a pretty big community, which the Final Fantasy XIV community that has been in my chat, you all have been amazing. I have made so many friends so far. And also, I just want to say a personal shout out to Blaze for convincing me to play, even though I don't think they play anymore. So that was a weird thing. But no, the Final Fantasy XIV community has been amazing. I love all of them. They are absolutely incredible. And it actually helps where, with what they're guiding me to do and all like the random grinding that I've been doing, because I'm Kit, I don't really have to like super like put on more of a show or like fit things together. We can just talk about whatever and just move forward with it, which usually for some variety games that I've done, like Dead by Daylight, Splatoon, you're used to that. But we've been playing a lot of like single player games recently where I'm have to focus on the story, talk about what's going on in the game, that sort of stuff. And frankly, if the main story quest in Final Fantasy XIV is any indication, I have been really struggling to really do that. And that's just because of everything going on. Now that things are calming down, we are going to be going back near the variety streaming route. But Final Fantasy XIV, at least, I'm not trying to make all my content Final Fantasy XIV. I can assure you of that. It's just I needed an MMO, and Blaze gave me a really good excuse to get into an MMO that I can just kind of not really need to focus on. I can stream and talk about whatever's going on in that aspect, which a lot of people have been enjoying. There's some people who don't enjoy the game of Final Fantasy XIV, and I get that, but the stream, I guess the atmosphere of the stream is the best way to put it, has had a positive reception, which I'm really happy about. Now that the doctor's appointments are over though, and that the life stress that's happening that I'm not going to talk about, but just know that February has been an exceedingly bad month for a lot of reasons. You thought January was bad, February got worse. So, but I'm not going to say why. That is a very personal thing, so please respect that. But I'm slowly getting to the point now, after everything that has happened in January and February, that I feel at least a little bit better and more comfortable to going back to streaming variety. So I'm hoping that starting in March, we will be back to full variety streaming where, yes, Final Fantasy will still be there, but we can go back to Cookie Cutter, we can go back to Metaphor, we can go back to Guilty Gear and play a whole bunch of the variety games that I know a lot of you are here for. Plus, I do want to make at least a video on every single game that I've played. Maybe not the MMOs because I don't really know what to do there, but at least for like the single player games or the multiplayer games that I've played, that is something that I'm like been looking into and that I've been working on, at least behind the scenes. But I'll get more of that. I'm jumping ahead. I'll get more in that in a bit. And since Final Fantasy XIV is still going to be streamed, that, and then also Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out, which we're going to be playing with Caboodle. You'll probably see those two games still a lot come March, with like some other games sprinkled in between. But with Final Fantasy XIV, that's going to be a long-standing game. That's going to be happening for a while. So yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds should be a long-standing game as well. Doge is telling me that he's going to stick with it for like months and months and months, but I don't believe him. That's just the truth. But I still will play the game for quite a long time, and we'll see how it goes. And then, like I said, the other variety, we should be going back to that in March, and I'll have like a set schedule for that. I don't know where I'm going to be posting the schedule now, but that's a issue later. So I'll probably just talk about it on the streams. And I also want to say, as far as games that are being played, when it comes to new games, I'm trying not to play too many new games right now. One, because of financial, unless like somebody really wants me to play a game and I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll buy it and check it out. But a lot of it's going to be games from the past, and a lot of it is going to be games from series that I've actually never played before, that I want to give a try. I'll talk more about it as we get into March. There's actually going to be another update video just kind of like breaking that down, but that's not going to be till like end of March. And then you won't get an update video for a while. So yeah. I also want to say that we might do another MMO on stream, which is Warframe, because Doge really likes Warframe. I really like Warframe, but I've not really stuck with it that much, even though I really enjoy it. So might be doing multiple, just to kind of pass the time with streams. Now, I should also say, since I mentioned the caboodle with Monster Hunter Wilds, what is happening with some of the other collab games? I do want to do more archipelagos or like randomizers with the caboodle. I was supposed to message them yesterday at the time of recording this, and I completely forgot because yesterday was not a good day for a lot of reasons that I also don't want to go into. You might be noticing a theme. But I do want to do another archipelago, and I know that we're going to be focusing on Monster Hunter Wilds, so any other games for the time being, we're probably putting to the side and just focusing on that and maybe an archipelago. There are two games, though, I want to mention collab-wise, because I'm not going to mention, like, here's a specific person on what collab game we're playing. Just know everything's still on the table, but, like, we don't know when because everyone now has vastly busier lives than I do. So we'll see. But there's two games I want to talk about that are no longer going to be streamed. One, ever. The other probably will be streamed, but not in the same format. The one that is not going to be streamed ever again is Dokapon Sword of Fury, I think is what it was called. I'm just going to be real. I had no fun playing that game. Not at all. There's a reason why the second stream, I just stopped it and just quietly started reading a Final Fantasy book in the background because I was having no fun with the game. And I wish I could tell you why. I think there's just too many reasons that will make this video insanely long. So because of that, I don't really want to play any Dokapon games, maybe far in the future, but I wasn't having fun, even though everyone else was. So there's that. The other one, I'm just going to get it out of the way. Danganronpa, the way that we had it, is not probably coming back as far as I'm aware. One person sounds like they don't want to stream anymore. That's fair. And for the others, I'm pretty sure we ruined the game for them. I'm pretty sure that while the idea was very sound and could be good, I think we fucked it up majorly. So it could come back. Who knows? We'll have to see. But I've also only talked to one person in that group now, so we'll see. But Danganronpa could come back in a different way because there's at least 3 other versions of the game that I still want to get all the achievements on because I own them, and I could do like a unique like returning player sort of thing to that. So just want to let that be known. Now, videos. I'm going to make this quick because y'all have heard a lot of this before, but there's new stuff. First off, I don't know how to edit at all. I tried on previous software. I tried on new software. I'm really bad at it, like extremely bad at it. And I think it's a mix of me just not knowing what to do, as well as me just having no confidence whatsoever. The good news is that I have multiple scripts done. I have, I think 7 scripts now at the time of recording this that are set to go, that have been altered as time goes on because there's been things added and just different ideas. There's been a lot of scripts getting done. That's good. There's been a lot of recordings getting done. That's good. I can also use the stream VODs as recordings. Awesome. I don't know how to edit. So, there has been some work on that though. If you ever have watched the Final Fantasy 14 stream and I have like the little cat picture of the Nyani up, it's not just because I don't want to be on stream, but it's also because I'm actually have like a tutorial for the editing software I'm now using kind of on the side that I've been like kind of writing notes about. I wish I had my notebook around here, but I don't. It's literally, I think it's just on my bed. No, it's actually behind me. Never mind. I threw it back there. Besides the point, I've been trying to slowly learn how to edit and like all the different tools that can be done in an editing process. Half of it is time. Other half of that is confidence. Plus not knowing what to do, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better slowly but surely. And I've been using the Final Fantasy 14 streams as a way to get better at it slowly but surely. I do tend to make videos in the future that are mostly like, what's the best way to put it? They're videos that would be proof of concepts that would help me with practicing my editing. So if you see like a random video up on the main YouTube channel that just is like kind of out of left field or something with just one of the games I played, it's probably me just like using like 1 to 2 minutes to like practice something and then just uploading it as a proof of concept. You might see that in the next few months, but I want to practice to get better or hire someone, which I can't. So there's that. So I have to learn, but my time is taken up by work, uh, streaming, and sleep. And oh boy, sleep is a lot right now, but that's fine. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. I am endlessly sorry for how long it has taken me to get just any sort of video up where I've talked about it, I've hyped it up, I have the puzzle pieces all set. It's just one set of puzzle pieces is not working, but the other ones do. So like I have the footage for things, I have the scripts. I just can't edit. That's the biggest thing. Plus, there's now another side to it that I don't know if I mentioned on update videos. I know it's been mentioned on streams, but just to let everyone know, this is hugely because of my lack of confidence and lack of knowledge, but also because if you've been around the community for any sort of time, you know that I compare myself to others constantly. I compare myself to other streamers. I compare myself to other content creators because that is me. Because I just want to be either on the same wavelength or like same level of perfectionism. Sure, let's call it that. Than with others, or even exceeding that. But the problem is that I always know, unfortunately, that I'm below the bar constantly, and not like a little bit below bar, like deeply below the bar. My personality, awesome. Some of the things we talk about, most of the things we talk about, great. I can keep a conversation and be entertaining. But the big things that, yeah, no, I suck at that. I suck at that. So and all the envy and the lack of confidence and the comparing and jealousy, that's also a lot of why I fly solo nowadays, because a lot of people are doing better, and this is a personality flaw of mine where, due to comparing myself, I just distance myself hardcore. It sucks. That has been a thing of mine since probably middle school. I don't know what to say about it. So very few exceptions. But I'm slowly trying to get out of it. I'm slowly trying to break through with it. And if I can build that confidence up and just stop comparing to others' videos, that's the plan. There are also going to be videos that are going to be made without me editing. So that leads to the last section of this, or second to last of this video, which is channel updates. This will be super brief. You main YouTube channel and Twitch channel, the logo and the banner are being worked on to be updated. It's been a few years. Kind of need to do this like new era of kit is what the idea is. Also, I'm working on getting all the playlists updated still, getting all the titles, the descriptions, the layout of everything. That is still being worked on. It's going to take a few months, but it is being worked on. The VOD channel is all set to go. I just need to make them public and then bring them on to the playlists. So that channel is dead. It's not really needed, but like the VODs are there from the Twitch stuff. And also with that Twitch update where it's like, oh, if you have reached over 100 hours of highlights or like VODs, they're going to be deleted. That doesn't affect me at all. We very rarely have clips done, so don't need to worry about that. I also have to work on a few sections of the Twitch channel. I've just put that off because 2025 has sucked. And thumbnails, I don't have any creativity. I just have the picture that CarKits has made and then the background. It looks great. We'll stick with that unless something changes. That's the brief stuff for the channel update. The long part, the last thing I can mention is that there is a new channel being made. I don't want to spoil too much on it. We've talked about it vaguely in some of the streams before. But there is a new channel that's being made. I don't think is going to have anything streaming related, but it will have video-based content on it that should be regularly uploaded, is what the plan is. I'm not editing it because I suck at that, but we do have an editor for that, I believe. And I'm mostly like kind of the idea pitching, recording, and that sort of person, like one of the personalities. Hopefully I'll have more news soon once it comes up, but everyone who's involved in this new channel, other than me, their lives have been crazy for 2025. Technically mine has been as well, but theirs more so. So once everyone else in the process, as we can sit down and work on it, we are, and I'm super excited to talk more about it. But for the update video, this is all I'm going to say. Just be excited because I am actually really excited for the content that's going up on it. But with that, We've reached the end of this update video, done in one take. Thank goodness, because I'm really bad at doing these in one takes. And just to divert, with how 2025 started, and we're almost into March, and it's just been terrible after terrible, with things just punching me left and right, kicking me in the balls. Oh my gosh, it's been terrible. It's been so bad. And I'm really sorry for like kind of the lack of transparency for what's been going on. I feel like I should apologize for being sick all the time, because like I thought it was allergies. Hey, guess what? It's not just allergies. It's more. Great. Hey, my sleep problems. You sleep 8 hours. Guess what? You're still tired. Hey, you sleep 10 hours. You're still tired. You sleep 4 hours. Sometimes you're awake. Like, there's just so much wrong with me that I'm slowly working on. Hopefully I will have answers, or at least myself. And I also know that with everything that's been going on in 2025, the switch to Final Fantasy XIV has just not been everyone's cup of tea. And some people have refused to watch the streams or anything because of me playing the game. I get it. I wish y'all maybe not be there for the game, but just be there for the community, because like we're sick, we're awesome, sick in multiple ways. But it's Final Fantasy XIV has actually been helping me out a lot with everything that's going on. And like I said, the people I've met in that community have been phenomenal, and I'm so glad to have been making like so many friends from it, because that is so hard for me to do nowadays. And I also know that I haven't really talked to really anybody about a lot of what's going on, other than like the general sickness, except for some vague mentions on stream. So like I've kind of cut a lot of people out with 2025. It's been stressful, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for like all the rambling and just everything. God dang, it has just been terrible. My life's just rough right now. I know there's a lot of people who have been struggling with 2025. I just want to throw mine out there, is just say, holy crap, my life's been rough, especially these past 2 months. But I am getting through it. I'm still going to be here. I'm lost on like what to do. All these like goals and like ideas that I've had to like just be thrown to the wayside to deal with everything that's been happening. It's just been crazy. Plus, there's been a lot of realizations about myself, because I have a lot of time to think when you're sick and in an ER room and also in a doctor's office. There's a lot of time to think. And be fully owning the fact that I'm a jealous, envious jerk that hasn't exactly helped my mental. There's a lot going on. Holy crap. But I am trying to get better, and I am trying to move forward. I'm trying. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm still going to be streaming for the next however many years. I'll still be trying to make videos for the next however many years. It doesn't matter if like numbers wise, I've just been stagnant and staying just frozen in the same number vein for both Twitch and YouTube for however long. I don't care. I partially care. Let's just be real. But right now, I don't care about that too much, because I just want to get better. I want to get healthier. And I still want to make content that not only I can be proud of, but my community as well. So yeah, that is it for me rambling for about like 20 plus minutes. 2025 sucks. I get it. No one knows that better than me right now, but I'm still moving forward. So thank you for sticking with me. Variety will be back in March. I don't know what else to say. It's been stressful, but thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being part of this community. I hope that some of y'all who have not wanted to watch the streams because of Final Fantasies do stick around and come back to join just the fun talks. You don't have to know what's going on. Just, we're all talking as I normally do. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name is Gatathi. We'll get through 2025 together. I assure you. Bye, everyone.